Hi everyone. I realized I haven't given myself an update on one of these videos in a while, so I wanted to do that. A lot's happened. I'm working from home a couple days a week now, which is nice, so that's been a change. Um, I've been seeing my partner a little bit more, which has been nice, but I'm really, I saw red flags in this person from the beginning, but I think now they're getting really bad, and I'm not feeling like I'm being treated well. Um, and I ended up doing something that I regretted, and then now I kind of don't regret it, honestly. Um, so anyway, so we went to Walt Disney World in Florida a couple weeks ago, and that was really nice. He's really obsessed with Disney, so he's there all the time, but it was my first time. It was actually my first time being on a plane or being in Florida or anything like that, so it was a huge experience. I got so tired. It was very overwhelming, and I was exhausted like half the time, but I'm still glad I went. It was a really fun time. Maybe I'll put in some footage of the trip and everything, but I did that, and then we've met up several times since then. We usually meet twice or three times a week, and most of the meetings have been really good. I feel like we were really developing a really good connection. Things seemed to be going smoothly, but there were a couple really big red flags that came up, like bigger than the ones before, if you can believe that. And finally, something happened today, that I think it's really making me like I'm the. I was planning to move closer to this person, and I was gonna completely rearrange my life for this person, but there's no way that's happening anymore. I can't do that because I know that this isn't gonna work out, which really sucks. But just gives me more reason to work on myself, I guess. So anyway, one of the red flags was that he started yelling at me whenever I couldn't hear something. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last video. I don't think so, though, because he started it like a couple weeks ago, I think. So he started yelling at me. I have a hearing problem. I can't hear things. It's a symptom of autism, actually, but I guess my hearing is worse than his or something, because I can't really hear very well. And so I have to ask him to repeat what he's saying, and he just yells it at me. And I brought this up to him, and I was like, hey, I'm not gonna let you treat me like shit and bulldoze me, and that's not gonna happen, because he was already acting controlling. He was already being a little bit weird, but now he's yelling at me. So I'm thinking this is gonna end up being abusive. So then his response was basically, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not treating you badly. I'm just getting annoyed. Like, what's the big deal? Acting as if it's my fault. Basically, gaslighting. I feel like that is gaslighting. He's acting like my feelings are not valid. And he's on the spectrum, but it's come on, I'm on the spectrum, and I know, I would acknowledge someone's feelings. I acknowledge his feelings all the time. I put so much effort. I've stretched myself so much for him. And yet, it seems like he's not willing to do anything for me. And then, he really stretched the fuck out of himself for his ex. It was this abusive, alcoholic ex that I guess he went into debt for, and he always took care of him, and all of this stuff, and then for me, he won't do anything. So, like, first of all, I guess, like, what does that say about me? Like, why is he willing to treat me like shit and not this other person? I think maybe it's just because, I don't know. Like, I had figured that I was like a rebound for him to get over his ex from the beginning. But when he said all these things about how, like, he felt really connected to me and he felt really, like, basically, like, implying that he was in love or something, I did believe it. Like, it really felt real. Because people have done that to me before, and I was able to pretty much sniff out the fakeness, but it seemed real in this case, but I'm beginning to think that it was not. He, I think that he wasn't, either he was never really that into me, or he just sort of, like, fell for me and then, like, realized later that I wasn't what he expected or something, and now he's, like, not really into me at all, and he just wants to keep me around to kind of use me, because he was paying for everything. He was, like, you know, he was so nice. He was, like, bending over backwards to accommodate me, and then suddenly, like, now he won't do anything. Like, he wants everything to be cheap. He is like, he doesn't want to come up to where I live at all, because he says that he's putting too many miles on his car, even though I drive a ton. And it is true that I make more money than he does by a lot, but he was given this fucking insane amount of money when he was a kid, or when he was like 18 or something, like nearly $1 million, and he wasted it all. That's so irresponsible. Well, he didn't waste all of it. He bought a house, and he bought that timeshare in Disney, but to me, that's like a waste of money too, but whatever. But that's really privileged, and he acts like, well, oh, like, you make more money, so you should do more. But yet, like, he had so much privilege in his life, and then he does that with it. It's just, I don't know, it's disgusting to me, honestly. And there's, like, no accountability. He's not even like, oh, well, yeah, like, I really regret making these mistakes, and, like, I really learned from it, or, like, nothing like that. It's just, yeah, well, I made some mistakes. Yeah, I wish I didn't, but, whatever, it is what it is. But anyway, now, like, I need to fix what I've done, so, yeah, like, you need to accommodate me. That's basically the attitude he has. So, maybe, I don't know, maybe he... So, like, someone in a past video said that maybe I was being love bombed, and yeah, I guess maybe I was. But still, why was he so, like, nice to the ex? Well, maybe he wasn't. I don't know, because, like, I don't know I don't know what the relationship was like, but it seems like he did way more for the ex than he's doing for me. So, it's pretty depressing, honestly. Like I said, I guess maybe he's either just not into me, actually, or he is very narcissistic, and he's kind of like that with all of his exes, like all of his relationships, which I could believe that too, actually. But either way, it's a letdown. So, I know that I'm gonna have to break up with him eventually, because I keep saying, why don't you go to therapy? So, okay, the biggest thing that happened, well, one, I did something very bad, which I shouldn't have done. I did two things that were bad, actually. The one thing that I did bad is that I know he gets anxious when I don't respond to texts. So, my car was having problems, and before, he knew that it was having problems before. And so, he had offered to drive up here to where I live, and then I said, "Oh, well, it looks like my car is getting fixed on time, so I was going to be able to drive down there." But then it ended up being it didn't get fixed in time, so then he was just like, "Oh, well, I guess we'll see each other on Wednesday." No, like, I'm sad we don't get to see each other, or like, nothing like that. It was just, "Oh, well, we'll see each other Wednesday." So I was really hurt by that, honestly. Like what happened? Like, he was like, "Wow, like, I really need to see you all the time." And then suddenly, it's like he doesn't care at all. So it really seems like he lost interest. So I didn't even respond to his texts. I just didn't respond for like, I don't know, maybe like 18 hours, something like that. He texted me like 4 or 5 times, just asking if things were okay. He didn't even seem like, he didn't look upset or anything. He sent me a picture of himself and he didn't even look like upset. He he just texted me now. And it looked so condescending. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, he didn't seem nearly as concerned as he would have been in the beginning. Like, at the beginning, this is kind of weird, but we had a really bad date, and I was gonna dump him, honestly, because it was pretty bad. And he called me basically like crying, or almost crying, like saying that he felt bad for how it went and everything, like, because I don't know, like, it was just weird the way that he acted. Maybe I should have known then. Maybe that should have been the sign. But anyway, so I didn't respond to his text, and then when I finally did respond, I said the reason why. Like, I said that I was mad because he didn't even like offer to come up here. It felt like he wasn't. It felt like he wasn't into me anymore, or something. Like, he wasn't interested anymore. And he got really mad, saying that like he was like, "I'm really irritated now," and like, it takes 30 seconds just to respond, or like, you should have been more direct, which is true. I probably shouldn't have not responded to him, but he has done a lot of things that have really made me mad. Like, if I addressed every single thing that made me mad about him, I would be constantly like annoyed at him. I'd be constantly saying things to him because he just like, he wants everything done his way. He doesn't like consider anything I say. I give him really good advice and he just doesn't take it at all. It's frustrating. Like, it feels like he thinks he's better than me, even though he's not. I'm gonna keep blunt. Like, I'm clearly better than him in so many ways. Like, I grew up so poor. Everyone in my life said that I wasn't gonna be anything because of my disabilities and because of how poor I was. And now I'm a software engineer making close to 6 figures. And I'm out of poverty, and I'm out of like all this strife that I had before. He didn't do any of that. He got a bunch of money handed to him, and he wasted it. He blew it, which to me is pathetic. It's pathetic behavior. Like, and then he expects to be. I think he kind of expects me to bail him out, and maybe that's like part of why he got with me, because he knows that I do make a decent amount of money. which is, that's not fair. Like, his ex didn't do anything for him. Why should I have to pick up the pieces of his relationship with his ex? I shouldn't. And I'm not going to. It's disgusting. Like, that really does make me sick. And that's why I felt justified not responding to him. Like, come on. Not responding to someone, you can do a lot worse things to someone than that. But the thing is, I guess I did do something that was a lot worse, because he doesn't want to sleep with me. He says that he's sexually shy or something. I don't know how much I believe that. I mean, I know that he said that a couple of his exes he just like didn't sleep with at all after like the first year that they dated. He said that the most recent one, they did it like once a week. So why is he doing it with certain people and not others? And then he's not doing it with me at all. We did it once and he acted like annoyed the whole time. So I'm trying not to take it personally. I'm thinking that he is like asexual or like almost asexual, something like that. But I don't know. So, but like, I want to be able to do that, like, I think that's a pretty basic expectation that most people have in a relationship, and he just, like, doesn't want to at all. So it's like, is he not attracted to me? I think he is, because I see him looking at me, sometimes, but, like, come on. So, because of that, and because of his attitude towards it, like, he could at least say, like, okay, like, maybe in, like, a couple months or weeks or whatever, I'll be ready, and then we can do that, but there's nothing like that, so I think he just intends to never do it, which is stupid. So for that reason, and also because I just feel so resentful towards him all the time, I did end up sleeping with someone else. There were no feelings or anything. I actually felt really bad. Like, the guy came to my house and he was like, why do you have this serious face on? Like, you look like you're not enjoying it. And I didn't enjoy it at all. Like, I felt terrible. But I did it, and that was the first time that I even, like, got laid since we started dating, which was, like, almost 3 months ago now. Like, come on. I felt really bad at first that I did that I cheated, basically, but now I don't, because the way that he acts, he has no accountability for anything. He doesn't really treat me right at all. Like, he doesn't lift me up. He doesn't, like, make me feel good about myself, whereas I do that all the time for him. Like, he puts me down when we're around each other too. Like, I got candy from my mom, and yes, I got the family pack because, like, she likes to eat a lot of that candy. Like, they're little candies. And he was like, oh, you got the family pack, huh? Like, it's all these subtle, like, digs and put downs. Like, it's disgusting. He's not treating me well at all. It's, like, he has such low self-esteem that he has to put other people down. That's what it is. But it just sucks because I thought I met someone that I really connected with. But the issues are just too much. So, like, the way that he treats me, I don't really regret cheating, honestly, and I'm probably gonna do it again. Like, I don't have regrets. I'm sorry. Um, I'm sure if I told him, he would freak out. Like, but it's like, why? You're not sleeping with me, so why do you care if I sleep with someone else? Maybe I should just ask to open up the relationship, but I know it's gonna piss him off because he doesn't even like want me to have friends or like talk to other people at all. So I know if I sleep with other people, he's never gonna go for that. So then fine, if you're gonna be so controlling, then I'm gonna sleep with other people in secret. I hope that doesn't make any of like you guys, like my viewers, all two of you probably. I hope that doesn't make any of you hate me. I mean, if you guys disagree with what I'm doing, you can feel free to let me know in the comments, but honestly, I don't have much of a regret. I mean, maybe I should just break up with him. Really, I guess that's like what I should do, but I just, if he's gonna treat me badly, then I feel like I should do something to treat him badly. It's basically how I feel. So yeah, I'm not planning on doing it today or anything. We were supposed to see each other today, but my car was having problems, and so I'm here. So that's it. I guess we'll see each other during the week. But I'm getting kind of tired of it already. And this is just the beginning. It's been like 3 months. Like, I don't think things are gonna get better. They're just gonna get worse. Like, I think he said that he argued with his ex a lot, his last ex, so I think he's gonna start, like, I think that he is abusive. It's just that he isn't overtly abusive. It's like the type of abusive that you have to really be tuned into to realize that it's abusive. And that's why he wanted me to commit quickly and everything, because people like that they usually are abusive. Unfortunately, it really sucks. But I'm sad because the beginning was so amazing, and it was probably one of the best experiences I had in my entire life. And I know that it's gonna take me a long time to find someone like that again, most likely. And like, can I find a healthy person ever? I don't know. I guess maybe it's a sign that I need to do more work on myself, like I said, but it's just sad. I'm really gonna miss him. Who knows, maybe I'll end up just staying with him for years because I'm too much of a coward to break up with him. Or maybe things will get better, but I don't really think so. I think they get better for a little while when I bring things up to him, and then he, after like, I don't know, a week or so, he just like goes back to how he was doing things before. He did stop yelling at me when I couldn't hear things, so I guess that was good, but I just don't really have high hopes. I've talked to my friends about this already, and they all said that it doesn't sound like a very good sign if I'm having this many issues in the start of a relationship. But I also, I think I have pretty high standards for myself and for other people, so I think that I kind of expect perfection out of people, honestly. Like, I wonder, like, if I dated a clone of myself or something, like, how would that work? How would that, like, pan out? I don't know. So, I guess I don't really have that much else to say. I'm grateful that I'm working from home now, but work has still been really busy. I have a ton of projects, and honestly, it's been a little bit harder to focus on work ever since I started my relationship. And my car is having problems. I'm thinking about getting another car or leasing a car, but the timing is just terrible. I don't know. And he keeps trying to like manipulate me into all these different things. Like, he was like, oh, like, why don't you just lease a car? Like, just do that. Like, as if like I'm just this like extension of him or something, where like he can just control me into doing all this. Like, no, that's not how it works, and it's not fair. It makes me feel like it's just eroding my self-esteem, and it hasn't even been that long. Like, I felt really confident and empowered right before getting into the relationship with him, and at the beginning, oh my god, like, I felt amazing. It was like in heaven or something. Like, I was like invincible. Like, I felt stronger. Like, oh my god, like, I really miss that feeling. But now it's like it came crashing down, and it's like worse than ever. So I started I haven't really been sober much at all, that for the amount of time that I've been with him, because I've been stressed, which is not his fault. You can't blame someone for your own lack of sobriety, but I don't think that he's helping. So I can kind of see why that alcoholic guy relapsed so much with him, because I think he probably had some of the same problems. I wish I knew more about him now, actually. That guy that he broke up with. I wonder if I break up with him, if they'll get back together. I don't know. Or I wonder if he'll break up with me. Because, like I said, it seems like he's not even into me anymore or something. Like, he doesn't even care about seeing me. Whatever. It sucks. But I guess maybe one day I'll have a healthy relationship. I mean, I've been making progress. You know, I used to think that I was aromantic and I didn't need or want relationships at all. So, I guess at least this has shown me that I am capable of being in a relationship. And I should, like, aim to be in one. But honestly, like, he's lucky to have found me. I'm not like a piece of shit. I feel like he wants me to think that I am. I think because he thinks he is, which he denies. He's like, no, I'm not insecure. I tell him all the time, like, these behaviors that you're doing mean that you're insecure. And he's like, no, I'm not insecure. I'm happy. I'm so happy with my life, and no, I'm not insecure. Why are you in denial? I don't like when people are in denial. And I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but there's something really huge that happened too that he told me. He is a gambling addict. So, I figured that he was, because he spent like $200 at the casino, the third time we met, and then he spent like $400 later, and then he was like, oh, well, going to a real casino is fine because, like, then I can see how much I spend and it's fine, but it's a lie. He's so addicted to it. It's like he has so many issues and he's not even willing to address them. what I was in the middle of saying was, I keep encouraging him to go to therapy, and he's like, no, I don't need that. Like, you need that because you're messed up, or because you were messed up. But I don't need that. Like, it's like narcissistic. I guess maybe he is a narcissist. I don't know. I talked to my therapist about all of this, and she said that my description of him does kind of align with. So, like, there are presentations of autism that kind of look like narcissism, but they aren't. But I don't know. Like, he seems like he actually might be one. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's like he did the love bombing, he did the, like, idealization thing, and now he's devaluing me, I'm pretty sure. So, and he acts like everything is everyone else's fault. He doesn't take accountability for anything. It's so, like, frustrating. Because everything, like, he doesn't take ownership of anything he does. Like, even me, like, he'll be like, oh, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I didn't do anything wrong. I can't even argue with him. Like, he has to always be right or something. It's frustrating. But he admitted that he was a gambling addict when I said, like, it's not fair. It seems like you made terrible choices with money for you to have had nearly $1 million and now have zero and be in debt. And he admitted, he was like, yeah, after the breakup, I ran up all of my credit cards and I'm in a ton of debt now. So, how is that my problem? He's expecting. Oh, and he said that he's going to online Gamblers Anonymous meetings, as if that's gonna help that much. I mean, maybe it does, but I'm kind of doubting that. And you need to go to therapy if you're an addict. Like, everyone knows that. But then he's like, no, I don't need therapy. He's like, oh, well, I don't really like talking about my feelings. I'm not that type of person, and I don't like analyzing things as much as you do, which, yes, I like analyzing things, I admit, but come on, like, why can't you fix yourself? And then he complained about his ex so much. He was like, oh my god, like, he's so irresponsible, and he was an alcoholic, and it was the worst for me, and it was so stressful. Like, there was a reason why you were together for so long. They were together for 5 years. So, it's really, like, I think this person that I'm involved with is actually, like, a pretty disgusting person. And it kind of makes me sick thinking about it. But who knows? Maybe we'll see each other on Wednesday and things will be amazing. I don't know. I mean, I do kind of want to go to Disney another couple times, so maybe I should stick it out a little longer just for that, because I definitely won't go to Disney ever again if, like, we break up, because I'm not paying those insane fees. It's just depressing. Like, it makes me feel really alone, and then it makes me want to turn back to substances and want to just be single again because I just feel alone in the world again. But maybe that's my problem, is I was trying to, I guess, find love outside of myself before finding it within myself, because I don't really love myself. I don't really like myself that much. I like myself a lot more than I used to, but it's still not enough, I don't think. Like, this is definitely TMI, but kind of, like, when we first got together, I had fantasies of him, like, tying me up and, like, hitting me and things like that, because he was really controlling, and I could kind of tell that. So it's like, that's how I feel like I should be treated. So I guess it's, like, no wonder that he's treating me badly, because he can probably, I don't know, he can probably sense that himself from the way that I act. So, why wouldn't he? I mean, most people seem to treat me badly. It's just depressing, but I'm forever a work in progress. I'm always working towards greater self-esteem and greater health. I have to, or else I don't know what I'm gonna do. So, anyway, I guess I should end the video now because it's getting depressing now. I hope everyone that watches this is doing well. Let me know in the comments what you think, if you want. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.